iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts.
Playlists and listen live on the free iHeart app. Well, what a show today. Action-packed one at that.
Well, soft clubbing, let's talk about that. Gen Zers, Gen Zers, whatever you like to say, they're embracing this. It's clubbing earlier in the day, often in the morning, no alcohol involved. It's about wellness and connection, all the things you hate, Brendan.
Sounds like my idea of hell. Also coming up, the pub test. My idea of fun is a surprise party.
It's my idea of hell. I don't like not being in control. You love being the centre of things. I would hate it.
Oh, no. It's not about being the centre of things. I just like a party. That's all.
That's all.
You injured yourself last night.
Oh, it was a Dicky injury. I was trying to unravel some jewellery that all got tangled, and I've put my neck out, so the tribal drum is beating for dingeries or Dicky injuries. Gloria Allred is going to be joining us. She's a New York attorney who is representing 27 of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. As you say, Brendan, are there any questions?
Are there any questions? Enjoy the podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But are you an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Amanda. How are you today?
Well, and how are you going?
I'm doing all right, I think.
You seem a touch loosey-goosey. Can I put it to you that you had a few drinks last night?
I did, and I didn't mean to. It certainly wasn't going to happen that way.
Of course not.
And I got a call from the lads. They said, "You want to come for a boat ride?" And that always ends up.
With the police?
No, that's the boys. They said, "You want to come for a boat ride?" Maxie's boat. We're going for a little boat ride.
So in the afternoon?
Afternoon cruise. And I went, "Oh, yeah, that sounds nice." And I thought, "Oh, no, I've got this Zoom meeting at 4:30. I can't come. Sorry, fellas. Sorry." And they said, "Oh, you can just do the Zoom meeting on the boat." You know,
was it an important meeting?
Yeah, it was a fairly important meeting, but then the person I was having the meeting with, that fell through. So there were celebrations there.
So you actually were prepared to have a Zoom meeting from that boat with a beer in your hand?
Well, yeah, James Packer does it. I wouldn't have a beer in my hand. I'm a professional.
Out of shot?
I'm a professional. You know, when Mensa are contacting me to
you're obviously
induct me
on
into
a
their
boat.
Hall of Fame.
Suddenly they're not available.
And then we went under I love going under the flight path around that time, 5 o'clock when the planes are all coming in. Yeah, because the old man, he was an airline pilot, and we used to go out fishing and we'd sit under the flight path and it was one of those great moments.
Nice.
And so we were cruising along and I said, "Oh, boys, slow the boat down. I want to get this. It's an A380 that's coming in." And so I made them stop the boat and then it wasn't. It was just a Fokker.
So you look like one of those little kids.
Well, they called
on a plane!
They called me a dumb Fokker. They said I was like that French simpleton that goes around filming trains. "Oh, it's a train, it's a train."
But that was at 5 o'clock. I saw a text me this morning at 9:30. We said, "I'm home now."
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, those guys don't work the hours that I work. Right. They're all sleeping in their beds right now.
Right.
Here am I at the fun factory with you.
At the fun factory with me.
Yes, and everything seems to be peachy. Enough about me. What about you?
Well, I'm here and
Good.
I'm, sober as a judge, and that's a nice
well, I'm sober as a judge.
Point of difference.
Ryan with a B is here, and he's well, nodding his head. That's
nodding
good.
His head.
We've got everything that's coming up on the show.
We've got TikTok Tucker.
Yes. A little bit hungry, actually.
Well, it's an interesting thing. Last week, do you remember it was at the watermelon pizza?
Yep.
And today is something that I've seen on a TikTok from a different culture. I think it's time for us all to get cultured.
Okay.
Well, culture, religion. Anyway, I think you'll be intrigued.
Instagram makes its return and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question number 1. Traditionally, what sauce is used on Eggs Benedict?
Jam Nation. Gold 101.7. Hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. Thanks to Mojo Homes. Rain today. 19 in the city and our west. There was a glimmer of summer yesterday. What could be?
Well, it's going to be 10 degrees less than it was 2 days ago.
Right now it's 17 degrees. I didn't know we were going to be doing dueling weather
Sorry, you don't like it when I
do. I like it.
No, you don't.
I like it.
You like to hog the housekeeping, as you call it?
I like when you do a bit of the DJ bits. Sometimes when I leave the room, something's happened and you have to do the DJ bits. You're pretty good. Go and have a crack.
Oh, how patronising.
Go on.
All right, it's 6:09. You're listening to Gold. It's 17 degrees, heading for a top of 19. Showers closing in today, and look at Brendan waving his head from side to side. Shall we get to the Magnificent
Now
Seven?
say the city by the bay, the city that rocks, the city that never sleeps.
Let's say it all.
Andrew's in Borkham Hills.
Hello, Andrew.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
Very
Good.
well.
Do you like Amanda's DJ patter, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't go wrong with it.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Because, in the world, the modern world now, with the TikTokers and the influencers and the podcasters, they don't know how to speak properly. They don't enunciate their words. They clip them all together. So we're the last bastion.
Well, the last fashion period close our mouths and we talk.
Yeah.
Andrew, question number one for you. Traditionally, what sauce is used on Eggs Benedict?
Hollandaise.
I know, these food questions make me hungry at this time of day.
Do you have the salmon eggs Benedict or the hammy one?
Oh, I got to go to salmon. You got to go posh. You got to go posh.
Well, fair enough too.
Ozzy Osbourne was the lead vocalist of which classic heavy metal band?
Black Sabbath.
Yep.
You've done it, which
Good work.
brings you to question 3. What's on the box, Andrew?
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
We're going to play a TV theme. Tell us what the show is. Do you know the song, Andrew?
Oh, no, I can't say I do. I'm thinking Baywatch, but I don't think that's going to be right.
No.
And
Sorry,
it does
Andrew.
have Baywatch vibes, but no. It's not that. Peter's in Liverpool. Does he know?
Hello, Peter.
How you going?
Good.
Let's hear it again because I like it. What's the show?
Full House?
Full House.
If, Peter,
Full Shouse.
if you're beating around the bush, Peter, what are you doing?
If I'm beating around the bush,
You're beating around the bush. What are you doing?
what am I doing? Beating around the bush, nothing.
No.
No, you're beating around the bush.
If you beat, what does the saying mean, beating around the
Stop
bush?
beating around the bush. Amanda? Get to it.
Get to it. Don't give any more clues.
There's no more clues.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
The Magnificent Seven.
We're up to question number 4. It's going to Andrew in Mount Annan. Hello, Andrew.
Good morning.
Hello. If you're beating around the bush, what are you doing?
Oh, taking a long time to get to a point? I'm not saying what you mean.
There it is. Not saying what you mean.
Where's it from?
It's from the olden days. The lords and the earls would send the men out into beat around the bush to get all the fowl and the guinea fowl and all that stuff out of the bush.
So they could hunt them.
So they could hunt them. So the bush beaters, they wouldn't have any joy. They'd just be beating around the bush, getting the...
So, right. Okay. So it's not the direct thing. It was slightly...
Yeah, they were...
Yeah, okay. Well, it's an unusual thing, but there you go. Question number 5.
That's history. Don't
it's
don't blame
history.
me.
It's before I was born.
Don't blame me.
Which sport is associated with the Bledisloe Cup, Andrew?
That would be rugby.
Yep.
What is Kramer's first name on Seinfeld?
Cosmo.
You know that. Andrew, this is a doddle.
Well, it brings you to question 7. This has been going on for some time. It ended up in court. Which Murdoch has officially been named as the successor to their father's media empire?
Lachlan.
Yeah, Lachlan.
Lachlan. So I think
the big cheese.
what had happened was it was written in a trust that they would all be involved, and then Mr. Murdoch Senior, Rupert, wanted to change that and make Lachlan his successor. And the other kids are saying, not on my watch. So it's ended up in court, and I think a lot of money has been handed over to smooth the way.
I was reading about Lachlan and Sarah's driveway. They've got to do some work on the driveway. It's $150,000. The joint there they've got here in Sydney.
Oh. I don't think, they spend most of their time overseas, I think, don't they?
Yeah, I know, but I wonder if they got some more quotes. Seems a bit expensive.
I think he's going to be okay.
I
think it's going to be...
$150,000.
You know what you could do if you wanted a driveway that sounds rich? Cover it in rice bubbles.
Yeah, okay, go on.
So then when anyone arrives, it sounds like you've got a really expensive gravel driveway.
I think if you look at it, though, rice bubbles would be more expensive than gravel.
Really?
Yeah. Gravel's not that expensive.
Okay.
Andrew,
don't take my advice.
we could talk about gravel all day or talk about the prizes that you've won. $150 to spend at Flowers for Everyone. Celebrate spring with fresh blooms from flowersforeveryone.com.au. Spreading joy one bouquet at a time. A double pass to Space Live, a Sydney exclusive at the Coliseum Theatre. That's on the 23rd and 24th of October. And Jonesy and Amanda character shows fit colour and some Staedtler pencils. Andrew, anything you'd like to add to this?
Can't wait. Sounds a great prize.
Unreal.
Wife will love the flowers.
And maybe don't take my advice about the rice bubbles.
No.
Lachlan, don't take that advice.
Lachlan, do not listen to a
Do
word
not
Amanda
put
says.
rice bubbles up
I'm
and down
pretty
your
sure
driveway.
Lachlan's sitting there in his office.
And he's saying,
Hang on a minute.
maybe she's right. Maybe it's the way to
You're
go.
sending Sarah down to IGA to buy boxes of rice bubbles. Stop.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Brendan and Amanda, and you're on the same show.
How about that?
Let's start wearing lipstick.
This is fantastic.
Leafing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts.
What you got?
On this day in 1984, Jimmy Barnes released the track No Second Prize. You remember that song was on Body Swerve, and then they remixed it and they put it on For the Working Class Man.
What was Body Swerve? Is that a cricket thing?
No, that was his first album, Body
I thought
Swerve.
you meant it was on a TV show called Body Swerve.
No,
I thought that was like the bowling action in the...
That was Body Line.
Oh, okay.
Two sides of one of the... What was it?
Body Line.
Yeah, but they would only say two sides are out there playing cricket. One of them, two sides are out there, only one of them's playing cricket.
What was the other one doing? Hitting each other?
Because they were throwing the balls.
That bounces at their
Douglas
heads.
Jardine was throwing the balls at Bradman.
That's right.
I digress. Did you know that No Second Prize was originally meant for Cold Chisel? I would have liked to have heard Cold Chisel do No Second Prize. I wonder if they ever have done it. Anyway, they remixed it. They put it on For the Working Class Man. I'm surprised as well that they haven't asked Barnesy to perform at the NRL Grand Final. That would have dovetailed very nicely.
I reckon they ask him every year. They would ask him every single year.
Yeah, but it'd be good for the 40th anniversary of For the Working Class Man.
We don't know yet what the entertainment is.
We do. It's this guy. Teddy Swims.
Is it?
Teddy Swims.
When was that announced?
They're going to put him in a big toilet bowl.
See if he flushes the other way because he's down under.
But yeah.
When was that announced? A long time ago?
Just now, you heard it just now.
I heard
Breaking
it just.
news.
I did. I heard it just now.
Teddy Swims. Barnesy would love to be there because the NRL is in his veins. You ask him. Go on, ask him. Isn't that right, Jim? It's true.
Wow. You're talking to Barnesy.
Jam Nation.
There's more and more evidence that young people are drinking less and opting for cleaner lifestyles, really.
Good on him.
Well, there's a big thing about all those running clubs in Bondi. Those pictures went all around the world where they said, look, at 6 a.m., look what's happening at Bondi. It's like a big dating club, I think, people in tight-fitting running gear.
Yeah.
Holding coffees and then going for a
It's
run.
a lot to navigate at Bondi. You've got Israeli flags, you've got Palestinian flags, you've got runners, you've got Lululemon pants, got some clown on a horse with a flag.
Well, most mornings it's not that. There was one weekend of protests, I'll give you that. That's not every weekend in Bondi. But
I remember when the sewerage, because I worked in the sewerage outfall there, and it was dreadful because they used to just dump the sewer straight on the beach.
Well,
no
they
one
don't
lived
anymore.
there.
No, don't
No,
anymore.
it's good now. Thanks to me.
That image went all around the world because they're saying people in other countries are saying, look what happens when you don't wake up with a hangover, basically.
Yeah.
Because that's the culture, is younger people, we assume from our day, go out clubbing, have a hangover. Soft clubbing is a new thing. So this is, instead of sticky floors covered in drinks and getting home at 5 a.m., there's a new trend. It incorporates music and dancing, but none of that other stuff. It's called soft clubbing. It's a growing trend amongst Gen Zers.
Mm-hmm.
How old are they? In their early 20s?
20s, yeah.
In their 20s. So it replaces traditional alcohol-focused nightclub life with alcohol-free daytime events centred on wellness, community and authentic connection. So often there'll be DJs, there'll be music, there'll be dancing. These might pop up. Look at you rubbing your face. You hate
boring as hell.
Well, it's not for you.
I'm bored just hearing
It's not for you.
Yeah.
In unconventional places, cafes, fitness studios, supermarkets, as well as some clubs and things, and people are drinking coffee and non-alcoholic drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is sort of pinpointing a whole lot of cultural shifts. As I said, people drinking less, people facing up to economic realities that, an expensive night of buying drinks. And people are choosing entertainment that doesn't impact on their wellness as much. All that stuff that you can't stand.
All that stuff that I hate. Because I think
these events are massive.
Yeah,
They're up
okay.
478%.
You hate those percentages.
I know, anything over 100 I don't understand. They're up a lot.
They're up a lot.
They're up a lot.
Yeah, because I think of my nightclubbing days, which weren't big or long or anything like that, but I think of like Coyotes.
Where was that?
That was at Caringbah in Coyotes. That was the place to hang.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Brian? Where'd you lurk?
The Jet Club in DY.
There it is. And you?
Foam parties.
Foam parties.
What kind of foam?
I have no idea, but they just dumped a whole bunch of foam on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
foam parties.
yuck.
Bezos had foam at his wedding.
I know. Well, that was just so his enhanced bride could writhe around in a bikini. Who wants that?
To hide it from Leonardo.
She's not in there, mate.
What about you?
Oh, well, I used to go to Sheila's here in North
Sheila's?
Sydney. War and Peace. Then when I moved, I thought my life was starting when I moved to Paddington, the first place I flattered when I was working at Simon Townsend's Wonderworld. We'd go to the hip-hop club. We'd go to Kinsella's.
Yep.
Oh, it was everything.
Is that where you pashed a Samoan?
No. That was somewhere else. Why do I tell you anything? Anyway.
I pashed a Samoan.
This would suit me because, as you know, I like lumbar support. And it's not even being home at 9 p.m. to go to bed. I could be home at lunchtime to have an afternoon snooze. So I might take up some soft clubbing.
Somebody spike a tea with a Splendor.
Don't dunk a biscuit. Don't.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
I would just like to correct something for the record. Amanda didn't pash a Samoan at the nightclub.
No, that was a story from the
Which nightclub did I say it was?
I think you might have said it Kinsella's.
Kinsella's. That didn't happen.
No.
You didn't pash the Samoan.
I tell you what, you remember you were talking yesterday about the concerts that were on the steps of the Opera House for New Year's Eve.
1979 going to 1980, yes.
But they had weren't they for a couple of years they'd have them there?
Yeah.
And
well, that was the first time they included a rock band, but they had one in November before that, and it was a bit of a mess.
But they always had the big New Year's Eve things down there. I used to go in there with a couple of friends, but you're always slightly trepidatious because it was wild. And as you said, people were throwing bottles at the Lord Mayor and throwing bottles of beer at the band and all of that. And at midnight, someone would just grab you and stick their tongue down their throat. I did it to many people.
Down their throat, so you just grabbed the nearest Samoan.
I didn't. But it was kind of these days it would be so different. You can't just grab people and pash them. But that's what happened. It was part thrilling, part terrifying.
Yeah, right. And so that was just at the steps of the Opera House.
It was, Brendan. A plaque has been erected.
Right, okay. Well,
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
As long as that wrong has been right.
Yes, I do like my history to be correct.
It's 9 to 7. Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda answer the pub test. And today we're talking about surprise parties. Do they pass the pub test?
This just popped into my head this morning. I don't know why, but I was thinking no one actually likes surprises. And I thought, you know who does? Brendan Jones.
I do. I've never had one. No one's ever thrown one for me.
You have a lot of ego in the game. Let's just say birthdays are a big deal to you. You say if there's any cake left, it means no one likes you. You know, you have a lot of rules around.
There is a thing.
Looking loved.
Not at all. I'm just very pragmatic about stuff. But if you're a popular person, you've got to have a big cake so everyone gets enough cake. They have to bring in like a 4-tier cake for me.
Oh, there's tiers.
But you, on the other hand, you know, I don't know why your cake doesn't get eaten as much.
But you would love the idea that people went to a lot of trouble for you.
Not at all,
Whereas
at all.
I think
it means
most
that
of us are embarrassed.
I've been a part of surprise parties, organising them and being part of the ruse. That's always fun.
Yeah.
I think they're harder to do these days, though, when you think with social media and WhatsApp chats and all that.
No, I think you just set up a WhatsApp for everyone except the birthday person. I've been part of one of those.
Well, we did one for Max. You remember his 50th birthday, and the ruse was that we had to take a boat from Sydney Harbour up to Newcastle.
That's a very elaborate ruse. Couldn't it just been go to the pub and then come home and there's a party?
No, so I was going to pick him up. And then I was going to, and the ruse was that good. He said, where are you going to park your car? And I said, I'm going to park it at my mate Alan's place at Circular Quay, Alan Jones. Like, he didn't even question that.
So where
And he said, how's it going to fit in there? And he goes, oh, he's got a big garage.
But
Right.
what were you going to do? That was the ruse. Were you just going to take him to a pub?
To a party that had been set up, and then everyone, because we had to pick up Damo on the way Circular Quay.
I've lost track of that.
To get on the boat to go to Newcastle. And then we just got into Damo's backyard and I went, oh, that's right, we're not going on a boat.
You fell for it. You were part of it.
We're just in Damo's backyard.
They say the psychology of it is interesting. The positive emotional reactions, it releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. But it also, it causes temporary stress to be the recipient of all that. I know people who've had parties at their homes that have been arranged behind their backs. So you're out walking the dog, whatever, someone's making sure you're not home. But you come home, you don't have any makeup on, you feel your house is untidy, you're not in control. It's a feeling of not being in control. I wouldn't like that.
Okay, well, what do you think?
Surprise parties, do they pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Good morning.
Miss Keller.
Amanda.
Can I go see Jonesy?
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
I'm not drunk. I've had a couple of drinks.
I struggle with reading big numbers. That's why I can't even read out my own contract, Brendan.
That's true. That's why you get paid in livestock.
And coins. I look at a big number, and I've done telethons and things like that. I look at a big number and I just can't figure it out.
Remember, you committed to that young kid to $10,000.
I thought it was $10 million.
No, he was only paying $10.
That's right, some poor kid had to pay up big time. What about this woman, though? Her name is Peyton Yeager. That's a good journalist's name, isn't it? And they crossed to her. She's in Dallas, and she was reporting on someone who had to come up with a bond of $250,000. It went a bit like this.
Clarice, the 54-year-old suspect is still in the Dallas County Jail this evening with a $250,000, $250,000 bond. The suspect told police in an interview.
The comments under this are hilarious. The subtitles are fighting for their life, said someone. And someone said some poor person's in jail watching it going, damn, where am I going to get $250,000, $100,000, $250,000 bond? She's my spirit animal.
And speaking of your pay packeters here, the cows and the chickens.
Nice.
Jam Nation.
We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I am as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down at the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Surprise parties, do they pass the pub test?
I'm not a fan of them. You are, aren't you?
Well, I've never had one. I like the idea
You like the idea of being the centre of... A lot of people don't like them. If you're an introvert, you don't like being the centre of attention. For me, the lack of control would be overwhelming.
But you don't know, so it's beyond your control.
No, but then on the night, the feeling you've got to host this thing somehow that you weren't even aware of, that would make me anxious.
Yeah, but you know, some people don't throw you a surprise party and then expect you to hand out the cheese and the dips.
These are my irrational feelings around it. And some people get the feel-good dopamine hit because they feel loved and it's wonderful. Others, and it's documented, get a stress release, a stress reaction. So how do you feel about surprise parties? For you, do they pass the pub test?
I reckon they do. I threw one for my husband's 50th a couple of months ago, and he was absolutely stunned. When he walked in the door, I think he was frozen for about 2 hours. We had people from interstate. It was fabulous.
I think it depends who you're throwing it for, but in my situation, no. My daughters and I decided to throw one for my son when he turned 16, and after it was all over, he asked me could he have another party the following weekend with people that he actually liked.
I'm not too big on surprise parties, but the missile loves organising them for me, and I suppose if she's happy, then I'm happy.
I feel it's absolutely wonderful when someone goes out of their way to make you feel extra special. We did a surprise party for my mother a few years back, and she absolutely enjoyed it, and so did everyone else. So yes, to me, it passes the pub test.
Sometimes, you've got to consider the person you're throwing them for. We threw that one for my mum, and she actually didn't tell any of her friends how old she was, and then we threw a really big surprise party and kind of let the cat out of the bag with her age, and she was so annoyed with me and my sister she didn't talk to her for quite a while.
Interesting.
What's with people getting jazzed about their age?
A lot of people
I never understand that.
Well, a lot of people in the old
Like for women I can understand it, but men, there was this guy and he wouldn't say his age. I'm going, well, just say your age.
Well, often people are judged in the workplace for how old they are. Could that have been it?
No, No, this is just a pure vanity thing with him. I don't know what it was. It makes no, it makes no sense.
Some people are sensitive about that stuff, aren't they, Mr. 57? 58? How old are you?
I am 57.
Are you?
Or am I 58?
After all, yeah.
No, I'm 57.
Are you? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 57.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to forget. It really is easy to forget.
And you're
sometimes.
still 32.
Aren't I just? Aren't I just?
Jam Nation.
You hungry? Starving.
It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad duck of that.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
TikTok Tucker, we make food from TikTok and we eat it. What are we eating today, love?
Well, I thought we'd try something culturally different. I saw a young Amish boy being interviewed on a podcast. He had his big straw hat on, fully Amish, and he was describing a meal that they used to have, or is very common in Amish communities that the rest of us have never heard of. It's called coffee soup, and here he is describing it.
Have you heard of coffee soup?
Mm-mm.
If you ever come over, you should try it. What it is just hot milk, a little bit of sugar, and then a little bit of instant coffee. Not like a teaspoon of instant coffee, like per whatever you call those things that you cook water in and stuff.
A pot?
Like a pot, yeah. So you pour in the milk, and then you warm it up until there's like a little skin on top. And then what you do is put some instant coffee, just a little bit. You kind of have to guess it. There's not really a recipe. And you put a little bit of sugar in it. You can scoop it into your plate, and then you put some saltine crackers in it. And then you eat some meat with it.
Yeah, you put meat on top. It sounds unusual, doesn't it? Do you know much about the Amish?
I do. I've seen Witness.
Okay. Well, that's probably as much as many of us have seen. So what happens? Let's cook it. Let's see if we like the coffee soup.
Yep. So
we start. I've got the. I hate this thing. Don't make me bash this as well. What's that called?
That's an induction hot plate.
Yeah. So I pour milk. What's this called? Milk in there.
You've got some milk.
And we're going to bring that to. Well, it says a boil. Let's turn this up. Oh, sugar.
Right.
What have I done? Have I set the controls
18,000 degrees.
To the heart of the sun. All right, so that's just. Oh, let's turn it down a little bit.
You know,
What have I done?
Should have done this during the
What
cranberries.
happens here?
Oh, for God's sake! I don't know what you've done there.
Okay, well, we're going to heat that now.
Yep.
We're going to let that just simmer along, and then we add some sugar. Let's get that ready.
Okay.
And let me tell you the history of this dish. The Great Depression. The Amish struggled a lot during the Great Depression. Not a lot of money, and so they had to rely obviously on their farms. And
But they've always been pretty frugal.
They've always been very frugal, but this allowed them to be so. So this was a nourishing soup that came just from milking a cow, pretty much. Coffee was expensive, which is why there's a tiny bit of coffee in there. And you add some crackers and then a piece of meat on the top. It sounds extraordinary. Let's see how we go.
Yep.
So this is just doing its thing. I've got some instant coffee here.
We don't have saltine crackers. I've noticed you've gone with the Australian variant, a salada.
A salada. Anything you'd like to say about the salada?
I would
Here
just
you go.
like to ask people if you can have a salada in the morning and a salada in the evening, and you can have a salada at supper time. You can have a salada just about any time. But when is the time not to have a salada?
Shut your neck. All right, so we've got this. It's starting to bubble a little bit around the sides, isn't it? We don't want it to get... He said to keep going till it gets a skin on the top.
Oh, I don't like the skin.
Well, here we go. I'm going to put a little... He said measure with your heart is what everyone on Instagram seems to say these days. So a little bit of sugar.
Oh.
Is that a lot? That's not a lot, is it? Is that a lot of sugar?
Yeah, good on you, Willy Wonka.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Paying for my dentistry. A little bit, like half a teaspoon. Oh, that's enough sugar, I think. The coffee.
Yep.
A little bit of coffee. Now we're just going to whisk that. Whisky business. Oh, see, it's starting to bubble now. Starting to bubble now. So we whisk this. Whisk, whisk, whisk. And then while you do that, you whisk that,
Okay.
Brendan. And while that's happening,
I'm whisking myself.
I'm going to get some
Saladas? You didn't ask the question, though.
Oh. And I'm going to...
When is the time that you can't have a salad?
When you stop talking, and I dream of it every day, I'm going to break these up
Am I whisking while you're breaking?
Yes, you are. We break these up. Let me have a look at the recipe, such as it is. Boil the milk in a saucepan. Once it's heated, add a sprinkle of coffee and sugar, whisk until combined. Crunch up salada biscuits, add them to the bowl. I think we need a few more.
Yep, I'm doing it.
What we do next...
Oh, sugar. Well, sorry, just got a bit out of control.
Thank you. You deliberately spilt that on me.
No, I did not.
A few more here in there. And I reckon what we do now is we keep this going, and when we come back, we're going to cook our meat, put it on the top, and eat it. That's enough, I think.
Sorry, did you say cook meat and put it on top?
Yeah.
Of milk and saladas?
Yes.
Well, it looks like I picked the wrong day to come into work with a hangover.
Might help you.
Helen Remus has the news for us next. Then TikTok Tucker, what's this called?
Coffee soup.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
On your barbie chicken. On your what? On your mommy chicken.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
We're just in the midst of TikTok Tucker. You've got the induction stovetop, which you don't like.
No, I don't understand how induction works. I'm not an induction person. We're making coffee soup. This is an Amish recipe that is very popular in Amish communities, but the rest of us don't really know much about it. I saw a young man on a podcast talking about it. We've boiled saucepan. We've boiled saucepan. We've boiled milk in a saucepan. We've added some coffee. We've added a little bit of sugar. It's instant coffee, tiny bit of instant coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've added they have saltines. We've added saladas. I may have added too many because there's not a lot of milk to the salada ratio. But what happens now, and this is the mystery ingredient, is you cook meat and put it on the top. So I'm heading off mic, Brendan, for a moment.
I'll cover. This is our new air fryer, Air Fryer 2. Air Fryer 1, we should pay tribute to Air Fryer 1.
Okay.
30. It's Amanda bashing Air Fryer 1. And apparently appliances online have gifted us this air fryer. So please, Amanda,
I'm going home to break my television. All right. There we go.
Rightio.
So it takes about 4 minutes to cook this. The steaks are cooking. The steaks are high. Very thin minute steaks, but it's going to take 4 minutes.
Well,
and then what you do is you serve that on top of the soup, and then we're going to eat it.
Conveniently, Hall & Oates out of touch. I've got salada in my teeth. Is exactly the length of this steak cooking time.
All right, Brendan, I'll take over from you.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation. Podcast. You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Never fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
It's not a bad tucker, though.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
TikTok Tucker, we make food from TikTok and eat it. Today, we're eating coffee soup.
An Amish staple. So what I forgot to do, you put a little bit of saltine or salada cracker in the bottom of the soup bowl. Yep. Our meat has got 8 seconds to go. So, Brendan, what you could do here, can you pour this, there's a ladle there, pour that into 3 bowls. And while you're doing that, I'll get this meat out. I don't know whether you're supposed to serve just a slab of it, but it's a minute steak. I'm going to slice it up.
Ironically, it took 3 minutes to cook, or the length of a Hall & Oates song.
Okay, that's in there.
So it's not really a minute steak, is it, when you look at it?
Just stop talking.
I'm just saying.
Okay, how are you going there, Mum?
I'm ladling away, Chef.
Okay, great. And I'm just going to, normally, the vision I saw of this, they just put a big chunk of meat on the top. But I'm going to break it up so we can actually eat it.
You're like those chefs on My Kitchen Rules that explain everything, over-explain. You know, and the Queenslanders always say, if we don't do it tonight, we're going to be on that big silver bird heading back to God's country.
I just hope I make my Amish grandmother proud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know everything from Amish land from the movie Witness with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and
Kelly McGillis.
Yes.
Yes.
Every time that film is mentioned, you mentioned that you were dissatisfied with her nipple.
It just wasn't, as good as I was hoping.
Okay. All right. Now, here's one for you, Brian.
Conical, if I recur.
A conical nipple. Yeah. Or comical. You've got a spoon. Oh, no. Brendan's got a hangover. Did you almost just regurgitate then? Did you?
No.
Now, when I say go, we get a sip of...
Did you give some to Brian?
Yes. We take some of the milk, some of the salada and meat. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Have you got meat on it, Brian? 1, 2, 3, go. I don't mind it. It's exactly as it says on the box. Are you all right, Brendan? You're struggling to keep that down? Well, maybe don't get drunk the night before TikTok Tucker. I'm going to have another one because I quite like it. Brian?
No, it's like hot Wheat Bix.
Yeah, I know.
It's Wheat Bix with meat on it because there's not enough coffee to make it coffee-ish. You all right?
No, I think I'm having...
What? You're having a heart attack?
I think I'm going to die.
Well, 7 beers on a Tuesday will do that.
Would you stop?
Would I stop? Well, I don't mind it. We will put that recipe up. I do apologise if we haven't done it, if I've cooked it in a way that Amish people go, that's not how you do that. But I don't know if they can watch
Stick to raising barns.
and getting better nipples. I think they'd probably have a message for you as well, Brendan.
It's 19 to 8.
You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Never fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad duck of that.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
Are you all right?
I don't like it.
Your gorge is rising.
My gorge.
Well, we are very much a change of pace next. We're going to talk to attorney Gloria Allred. She's in New York. She is representing the Epstein victims, and does she have a story to tell?
Jam Nation.
Gloria Allred, our next guest, has represented victims in some of the biggest cases we've seen, from Bill Cosby to Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein. And now she's representing 27 victims of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and alleged victims of Ghislaine Maxwell. She joins us now. Gloria, hello.
Hi, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Well, it's great.
Jonesy and Amanda.
That's us. Are there any questions?
Oh, a million questions. And it's hard to know where to start. But this case, the Epstein files, the story around Epstein, on the front page, off the front page, on the front page, the president says nothing to see here. There are no criminals here. How do the victims feel through all of this?
Well, it's obviously very traumatizing to have to relive it all again, but because this has been going on for years, and some of them were children when they were victimized, when they were sex trafficked, when they were sexually abused. Because they were vulnerable, and that's why he did it. And so what they really want now is transparency. They want accountability. They want whatever form of justice they can obtain. And they want the truth. They do know their own truth. They know what happened to them. But the big picture, where there are others, rich, powerful, famous men or women, but mainly it's men, who assisted Jeffrey Epstein and Ms. Maxwell, enabled them, and victimized them and sexually exploited them or assisted in trafficking. We want the answers to all of that. And that's why we need to see all of the files, the investigative files, FBI, Homeland Security, the prosecutors, investigators, the investigations involving Mr. Epstein, both in Florida, where he got a sweetheart deal, where he only had to serve 13 months on 2 counts and register as a sex offender, and during the day get to go to his office and work, and at night he slept in jail. Who gets a deal like that when the U.S. attorney apparently had been considering charging him with 60 felonies? Wow. Didn't happen. So there's a lot of suspicious transactions, suspicious activity, and suspicious people around. I think everybody in that birthday book that you were just mentioning, everybody, president, former president, ambassador to the United States, other people, every one of them should voluntarily agree to testify before a congressional committee. Let's get to the truth. I think we owe it to the victims.
What's to stop the victims themselves naming these men, naming the so-called clients of Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, good question. Nothing can stop them because they have their free speech. On the other hand, exercising free speech can have consequences. In other words, accusing a rich, powerful, famous man of raping them when they were children, child sexual abuse, would be accusing them of a crime. And that rich, powerful, famous man, who can certainly afford a lot of lawyers, experienced, high-priced ones, could sue them. And then the victim would have to defend herself. And she can't afford, generally, a lawyer to defend her. And so, therefore, she'd be stuck and she'd feel intimidated and threatened and, would have a lot at risk. So that's why they're not going to name them. But there is a member of Congress who said, tell me the names, and then I'll name them on the congressional floor. that would give perhaps some kind of legal immunity to the member of Congress who might enjoy that privilege of immunity. But I'm saying that's the answer to the question, what the consequences could be for the victim.
33,000 pages, that's a lot of reading.
Actually, I think they're probably more than 100,000 pages, if, as, and when all of the pages are counted and also provided to the committee. Who's going to read them? Who's going to develop the narrative? How are the decisions as to who shall be deposed and required to be subpoenaed and appear before the committee? Who's going to make those decisions? Let's face it, this is a political process. However you slice it, this is a political process. It does have some legal ramifications, but this is the way we're going to know what we can know. And I'm sure there are many people who are going to try to hide the truth, but the victims are going to be very persistent. We'll have to see what happens.
Well, Gloria, that's fascinating, and it's quite the fight that you've got on your hands, but thank you for enlightening us on it.
Well, my pleasure. January, I'll have been doing victims' rights for 50 years. We're the leading women's rights law firm in the United States. And even after 50 years, we still have many more battles to fight to win justice for victims. That's our commitment.
Well, keep
so
fighting.
Thank you so much for having me on, and we'll look forward to another time and give you some more updates if you wish to have them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gloria. Appreciate it very much.
Gloria Allred there.
Good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're listening to grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin, cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Have a drink on me. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, $1,000.
You can make it $2,000. We have a bonus question you can take on, but it is double or nothing.
Zach is in Cat Eye.
Hello, Zach.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's see what we can do for you. 10 questions, 60 seconds. We always say if you're not sure, say pass, because you might have time to come back, okay?
Okay.
Zach, let's pull the Band-Aid because here it comes. Here comes question number 1. EGG spells what?
Egg.
Question 2. What season are we in?
Spring.
Question 3. The line, say hello to my little friend, is in which movie?
Pass.
Question 4. How many days does February have in a leap year?
29.
Question 5. Which planet is the closest to the sun?
Pass.
Question 6. On a website browser, what does www stand for?
World Wide Web.
Question 7. What sport did Princess Anne compete in at the Montreal Olympics?
Horse.
Question 8. Which instrument has 88 keys?
Piano.
Question 9. Poseidon is the Greek god of what?
Water.
Question 10. What's the main language spoken in Brazil?
Portuguese.
Question 3. The line, say hello to my little face, is which movie?
Scarface.
What planet's closest to the sun?
Venus.
Mercury.
It was Mercury, Zach. And you would have been after the buzzer anyway. Gee, you kind of sound like you didn't know anything, and then bang, 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 you knew them.
Say hello to my little face.
Is that what I said?
That's what Amanda said. Zach, you gave us a thrill.
Oh, you did.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Oh, Zach, thank you.
Carry on about your business.
Did I actually say hello to my little face?
You didn't even do it in the voice. Say hello to my little face.
Gave him half the movie title
That's
on
what
the
you
go.
said to that Samoan on the steps of the Opera House on New Year's Eve.
Brendan, let it go.
Why do you tell me?
I know, I was 17. You can let it go finally.
It was a very good year.
Jam Nation.
So, I've hurt my neck and my shoulders.
What'd you do?
I was at the gym yesterday and I thought, why am I so sore? Do you know what my injury is? I've got a lump of jewellery at home that's all caught up. And I've spent 2 nights sitting in front of the TV with the jewellery on a stable table.
Yeah.
And I'm using safety pins trying to untangle it. I spent, and I'm not making this up, 50 minutes last night and freed 2 necklaces out of about 30.
Right,
They're all in this giant lump, and I've put it off for months, and I was hunched over and concentrating so hard with my neck and shoulders all scrunched up that I've actually injured myself and I've been on the Nurofen.
Would you like to bring it into work for me and I'll untangle it for you? Or
How are you going to do that?
Well, I could take it down to my mate at Cash Converters, get myself a surf ski.
I was Googling how best to do it, and so safety pins and things to break it up. And then it said put a bit of baby oil. So I used some oil on it, and then it said maybe some talc. So I might try talc.
Don't put oil and talc together.
No, that's true. I've already put oil on. I better not put talc. Imagine just making like Perkins paste.
Yeah.
But one bit would start to come out loose.
Yep.
And then I'd pull another bit over this side, thinking I'm releasing it, and it'd all pull back in, and it's so once again a tight ball. After I spent 15 minutes on it, 2 nights in a row.
Mr. T had the trouble all the time.
Well, he had big chunky jewellery.
Yeah,
that's
but,
easy to untie.
a lot of the times they had to go and solve a mystery.
And he'd be late. He'd still be in his trailer.
I pity the fool who puts as many chains on.
I know.
And you say your neck and your shoulder are sore because?
Yeah, because I was hunched over my stable table.
Okay.
Trying to untangle my jewellery.
You paint such a sexy picture, don't you?
Really, it is very attractive.
You're really putting bums on seats.
Sure.
Well, I'll see you. I did my neck one day.
You're pointing at your own neck.
I was on hold, and they were playing Hall & Oates. She's Gone, but Muzak, you know. And you know that bit where it gets to the, we'll be, and then Hall just, she's gone. And I went, ink.
Put your neck out.
Put my neck out, rocking out to Hall & Oates on hold.
Yeah. And you think I'm unattractive. All right, well, the tribal drum is, we like to do this from time to time, dingeries.
Dicky injuries.
Dicky injuries.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
So Amanda put her neck out.
I put my neck out and I've scrunched all my shoulders and they're very sore because I spent 2 evenings in front of the TV over a stable table trying to untangle my jewellery. I've got a whole lot of necklaces that are just in a giant bunch and they've been like that for so long. I thought, I'm going to solve this. And I'm getting no closer.
I put my neck out, rocking out to Hall & Oates on old music while I was talking to some government department.
Were they singing or it was Muzak?
No, it was Muzak, but just that bit where you take the devil to the place it's gone. Anyway.
Yeah.
The tribal drum is beating for this.
Just a flesh wound.
Dingeries or Dicky injuries. Marie is with us.
Hi, Marie. What was your Dicky injury?
Hi, I broke my toe while doing a yoga pose.
What were you doing?
I was moving from Warrior 1 to Warrior 2 and my little toe decided not to follow through on the move.
Oh.
Dear.
And, there's nothing adult about just crying and gripping your foot.
What position is Warrior 1 to Warrior 2?
Oh, well, I can't, it's very hard to explain.
Right, okay.
So, it's more like arms out, feet out, and then you turn to the side and as I turned, the foot didn't want to follow, basically.
Yeah. That would be a very painful injury. But, Dicky, you're quite right.
What's with Gandhi? He came up with yoga, didn't he?
I don't think Gandhi invented yoga.
Who invented yoga?
I think it's a very long-held tradition in India.
Yeah,
I don't think Gandhi invented it.
He used to drink a cup of his own and he'd do yoga. I know my history books.
And he said you can never be too tanned or too thin.
Faye has joined us.
Hello, Faye.
Hello.
What was the injury?
It was my husband's injury, actually. He spent 2 days in bed and had 3 days off work after putting his back out picking up an empty plastic bucket.
How did that happen?
Okay.
Well, obviously he didn't engage his core.
No.
What's he made of? Fairy floss?
I know. An empty plastic bucket.
I mean, there's no weight in that. It would be literally 150 grams.
He didn't tell anybody at work either.
No.
He made up a lie when he got back to work so that he didn't have to tell the truth.
What was his lie?
That he, picked up something much heavier.
Yeah, of course. It's like, putting your back out by picking up a piece of A4 paper.
Has he been drinking enough milk, Faye? Has been giving him... I'm a bit worried about it.
Faye, that is brilliant, and thank you.
Lucky Faye dumped him in. Gabby has joined us.
Hello, what was the Dicky injury?
Hey, so I was trying to put some shoes on, and at the moment that I was putting the shoe onto my foot, I sneezed. So not only did I manage to put my back out, but I heard a crunch in that moment, and it turns out I also cracked a rib.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
No. Did you wet your pants as well?
I felt like doing it. The pain was something else.
Right.
And, the worst thing, I'm hobbling around the next month with a walking stick because of how badly I messed up my back. that was my introduction to middle age.
Oh, that's
Welcome to the party, pal.
That is a doozy.
Oh, Gabby.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're on the radio. It's time to talk.
Jonesy and Amanda will make radio great again.
Your headphones are upside down.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Amanda put her neck out, just untangling her jewels. It's a bit of a first world problem. Meets Dicky injury or dingery.
Dingery, that's what we're talking about today.
Just a flesh wound.
The tribal drummer's betting for this. Reese has joined us.
Hello, Reese. What was the injury?
Morning, guys. The work was running a fitness week, and I got pushed into a skipping contest and did my back in.
Oh. Skipping as in skipping rope or just skipping like a 7-year-old girl?
Skipping rope.
Yeah.
Like a 7-year-old girl.
Right.
Yeah,
Skipping rope like a 7-year-old.
And did you heard it at the time or did you just go home and suddenly couldn't walk?
I heard it at the time.
Yep.
Reported it and they laughed it off and went and saw the doctor and, had to get physio.
Because when you see Rocky in those movies, it's
not easy.
And you see Hugh Jackman doing the skipping.
Yeah, it's not
I never
easy.
understand. You know the bit where they get the rope and they just do it to the side?
Yeah.
That's not skipping. You're not jumping the rope.
Well, I look at it and think, I used to be able to do that. There's no way I could do it now. But have you seen all these tropes of grown men trying to actually skip? Not jump, not with a rope, but actually skipping. It's really hard.
I remember one day many years ago, my daughter was little and she used to skip and gallop like a horse, and we're running along this beach and she's going, come on, Dad, you can do it. She would have been about 4 and she's galloping along and I'm going, no, I can't do it. I was trying to do it. I couldn't do it. And at that point, it suddenly dawned on me how I could do it. And I'm doing it. And I'm going, look, Rome, I'm doing it. But then these guys were sitting there in their boat, which was called Piston, broke, like these full-on, fisherman dudes.
Yeah.
And they just looked at me.
I'm doing it.
And they couldn't see my daughter. And they just looked at me and they went, good on you, champ.
I'm being a horsey. Just bring the curtain around and shoot me.
Chris has joined us.
No, it's Kelly.
Oh, Kelly has joined us.
Hello,
Sorry,
Kelly. What was your dingery?
Hi, guys. Good morning. I broke my finger pulling up my jeans.
Oh. Oh, that would be so painful.
I know. It was a Saturday night in St. Vincent's, and I was very, very embarrassed to say the least.
So were they tight? Were the jeans tight? Talk us through what happened.
They were skinny jeans, very, very dangerous skinny jeans, and broke my finger.
Oh.
But it was also in the paper, which was really annoying because I told. Well, apparently there was a journalist at the St. Vincent's that night, and the last line of the article was, not all injuries are alcohol related. One girl came in and broke her finger pulling up her jeans.
Brilliant.
Kelly, that's
brilliant. Thank you,
I hope you
Kelly.
clipped that up and kept it.
Thank you.
Now, Chris.
Hello, Chris. Tell us about your dingery.
G'day, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you?
Good, thank you.
When I was about 4 years old, I grew up in the western suburbs of Balmain, and I actually went to the toilet. We had the old toilets in the backyard, the old outside dunnies, and I was in there mucking around, and I slammed the toilet lid down on my penis after I went to the toilet, and it was the old black style toilet seat that were really...
I made a Bakelite.
The Bakelite. And I actually caused my penis to be circumcised.
Oh, my gosh.
When I heard your thing, I thought, this is a bit of a Dicky story.
Oh, and has everything been okay since, Chris?
Yeah. You got taken to the hospital, and it was one of those things where you had the bandage strapped around it for a period of time. But they had to take all the foreskin off and everything.
Okay. Thanks for the bricks of detail, Chris. I think that's
we've all
I had
got
a
our
big
heads
night
in our
last
hands.
night, Chris.
I'm glad everything's in
Was
good
he standing
working
up
order.
or sitting down?
He's 4.
He was 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he's... Yeah.
It's
all there.
Yeah, it's just at that height. Let's all take a deep breath, shall we?
Where were the journalists that night at the hospital? Thank you. Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Because I didn't watch the news last night.
Where were you?
I was otherwise engaged.
Where were you?
I was just
You sent me some photos. You're out on a boat.
Yep.
But you said in the afternoon there's some nice sunset shots, but then you said you didn't get home till 9:30 or so.
I never said I didn't get home till 9:30.
Well, you texted me and said, I'm home now.
Okay. You know, why do I tell you anything, miss? Spill the guts?
The beans, I'm hoping.
But I didn't watch the news, but my ire was certainly put up when I heard this news story about 2 people desecrating the War Memorial in Hyde Park. Did you see that story?
No.
2 men went in there and they spread this oily substance over the War Memorial.
About 12:20 p.m. yesterday, 2 men were captured on CCTV spraying an unknown substance onto the walls and the steps of the Anzac Memorial in Hyde Park South. They both appear to be Caucasian males, aged in their 50s or 60s, of heavy or large build, and we're absolutely desperate for someone in the community to identify these 2 individuals for us.
And this is why it's important you've got to get the full story of the news, because I was fired up. I was ready to get the ute full of angry villagers to go and find these blokes.
Mm-hmm.
But as it turns out, they weren't actually desecrating the memorial. They were blessing the memorial.
Abel Clark and Peter McMaster claiming the oily trail they left at the Anzac Memorial on Thursday was a show of their faith.
What kind of oil do you use for a blessing?
It's only olive oil. As we believe the oil represents the Holy Spirit, represents life and truth and hope, joy, peace and love.
The 2 born-again Christians, aged 61, deciding to head into the city to spill oil on the granite floors and walls of the sacred site, leaving a permanent stain.
Oh.
There you go.
And so did one news service say they were vandalising and another said they were
the other
honouring?
one dug deeper and found out the story. So you've always got to look for the story.
But still, is it okay to leave a stain on the marble, on the memorial?
Well, okay, that away from
That's a separate story.
Maybe use
the Bunnings sideline.
Maybe use some of the spray, pure and simple or something. I still make
the
that.
Spiritual pure and simple?
Spiritual pure and simple. This could be a good thing. So but I guess the lesson is not to jump in on these news stories so much. It's also if you come home late on a Tuesday night.
And you've had 7 beers, a little birdie told me. I've had 7 beers. That's an interesting way to spend a Tuesday.
You don't judge.
You don't judge anyone.
Jam
Nation.
Everybody shout. Come on now, sing out. It's time for the goodies get together.
What would you do with $20,000 just for complaining? Imagine saying that's how you won 20 grand. That's what we've got for our favourite ghoulie of the year.
What have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is, like, whenever you see couples driving along with a caravan, like, it's always the man driving. I don't get it. Why do women just become passengers once they get married? Like, why do you always assume the man is a more competent at towing a caravan or just driving in general? Like, come on, women. That is absolutely false. Just drive the car.
I think we should put that to the pub test tomorrow. It's really interesting because a lot of men don't want the woman to drive the car.
I don't mind when the woman drives the car.
The woman?
The woman, you or my wife drive the car. My wife usually lets me drive, though. She always insists that I drive. But I don't mind if she wanted to drive. I have no truck with that.
Really?
Yeah, I've no problem.
Right, even though every time you drive with me there's some disparaging comments and I've never had an accident. I've never had an accident, Mr. 10 bike accidents.
Yeah, but how many have you caused?
What else have we got?
Here's what really gets my ghoulies. The debacle that is kiss and drop at the school bloody drop-off. It's not rocket science, people. There are 3 allocated car spaces where you park to drop your child. They simply alight. 3 spaces, not 4, 5, well off. 3, but every morning someone parks in the wrong space and gets their kids out. It is a mess and drives me crazy.
It's true.
You still go just to kiss the teachers, kiss and drop. Get tasered.
Back in my day, we didn't even have that.
Day.
Dad wouldn't even slow the car down. He'd just throw us out the side.
You got driven to school. Luxury.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app for $20,000.
Jam Nation.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins 2 tickets to Cirque du Soleil. It's the show Corteo. It's almost finishing, so final chance to go and see it at Kudos Bank Arena. You can book at Ticketek.
Don't miss out on that French loin. I've strained my neck and shoulders. I've strained my neck and shoulders.
Looking at French loin.
Rocking out to All on Oats on hold. You strained your neck and shoulders.
Just yesterday trying to untangle some jewellery.
Yeah.
I still haven't untangled it. It's a giant lump.
I pity the fool that can't untangle their jewellery.
Tribal Drum today is beating for dingeries.
Just a flesh wound.
Kelly from Chippendale has a Dicky injury.
Mm-hmm.
She got in the paper because
it was that good.
I broke my finger pulling up my jeans.
Oh.
It was a Saturday night in St Vincent's. It was also in the paper. There was a journalist at St Vincent's that night, and the last line of the article was, not all injuries are alcohol-related. One girl came in and broke her finger pulling up her jeans.
She wasn't pulling up her jeans in the hospital waiting room.
Yeah, it could be worse. You're pulling off your jeans.
Righto, you two.
You had a bit of
That's enough.
Emergency.
Well,
indeed. We'll be back tomorrow. You know what? It's Thursday.
Smart versus Dart.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Roosters v Sharks.
I know.
How's that going to?
And fewer games, I'll have to have my eye in.
Well, yes, of course.
And you have to have your cricket box in.
Higo joins us after 9 o'clock this morning. $10,000, 24 hours, blow 10K in a day is back. I'm looking forward to that. I was looking at another thing that I wouldn't mind buying.
What's that?
There's this new, a pinball machine. The AC/DC pinball machine's out. That's $10,000.
Well, maybe try your luck, Brendan.
We'll see you at 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
Goodbye.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.